Good afternoon. I'm attorney Damario Solomon-Simmons. I'm a civil rights attorney based in Oklahoma. I'm also the founder and executive director of Justice for Greenwood. I'm here with my clients, Rhonda Grayson, Jeff Kennedy, and Representative Dewey McClain. We're all also Creeks of African descent, or Black Creek Indians, and we came down here from Oklahoma with Representative Dewey McClain here in Atlanta to come to this particular hearing because we wanted to make sure that the world understands that we do exist. For the last 45 years, the Creek Nation has practiced Jim Crow-style anti-Black racism and segregation. They've erased our history and our contributions from the history books, including the fact that we too were a part of Hickory Ground. We too walked on the Trail of Tears. We too helped build this community. And some of our ancestors were enslaved by the Creek Nation and some were free. And the Creek Nation has been violating the Treaty of 1866 since 1979. That treaty, particularly Article 2 of that treaty, which was negotiated and signed by my four-time great-grandfather, Cal Tom, specifically stated that it ended enslavement of Creeks of African descent and it granted Creeks of African descent citizenship and all benefits. And so we found it pretty rich and ironic that the Creek Nation would say that they're on a journey for justice when we've been on a 45-year journey trying to get our citizenship rights back. We have been denied health care. We've been denied education benefits. We've been denied housing benefits. We've been denied our birthright, our history, and who we are as a people. You have members of the Creek Nation's leadership who are standing here right now, who deride us for fighting for our civil rights and our treaty rights. They state that we do not have the right that our ancestors had. All of us that you see here, when we were born as Creek citizens, Muscogee Creek citizens. All of our people are on the Dawes Rolls. All of our people walk the Trail of Tears. All of our people contribute to this nation. And now because of our skin and because we are considered Creeks of African descent, we are now disenfranchised, discriminated against. We are in litigation right now with the Muscogee Creek Nation in their Supreme Court system. In their Supreme Court system, we will have a hearing coming up very, very soon because we wanted the district court, their own judge, Judge Danetta Mauser, decided last September that they are in violation of the 13th Amendment and the Treaty of 1866. We fully expect that to be, continue to get those type of decisions at the Supreme Court level. But we want everyone to know, as the Creek Nation goes around and talks about its history, they erase our history. If you look at any of the documentation about this very case that we're here today, they don't discuss Creeks of African descent. They don't discuss the enslavement aspect. They don't discuss that we walked the Trail of Tears. They try to erase us, but we're here. And wherever they go, we're going to go. And that's what we wanted to make sure that we were here in Atlanta. And wherever they go, we're going to go. My family comes from Alabama, Tuskegee. So they're talking about the Hickory Ground. My family comes from Alabama. We come from Alabama and Georgia. So that's why we're here. And I'm going to have Representative Dewey McClain, who is a Creek of African descent, who's a state representative right here in the Atlanta area.
The 45-year history since 1979, this has been something that shouldn't have happened. You know, I can remember my grandmother, Miss Phyllis Williams, who in 1979, when they took her citizenship away, it hurt her. But then you got to realize her grandmother, who's Rosa McGilvray, was part of Hickory Ground. You can check that. I mean, those are facts. That's not fiction. That is facts. And what I'm saying is that I hope that the Muscogee Creek can quit being hypocrites. You know, you can't say I want justice on one end and I can't get justice on the other end. You got to realize that we are here and we are part of the Freedmen. We are part of the Creek Nation, you know, and we've got to make sure that they know it and they've got to realize that. Why all of a sudden in 1979 they take citizenship away? No one knows. No one has ever said anything about it. But I know to this day, I can see my grandmother's face when she told me that she has lost her citizenship to be part of the Creek Nation. So I say to you, I say to the Muscogee Creek, I say to Chief Land and all the folks in Oklahoma and Muscogee Creeks everywhere, we've got to stick together because we are Creek. We are part of the Creek descendants.
We are Muscogee Creek, and we are just looking forward to the day when we receive our rights back into the nation of our birth, back into the nation of our ancestors' birth.
I just want to say on behalf of Ben Grayson, number 5329, and original Dawes Enrolled, he's glad that his spirit is back in the ancestral homeland. It's good to be home.
And just finally, I just want to reiterate that we want this 45-year odyssey to be over with. We're calling upon Chief Hill, who is the chief executive of the Creek Nation, to enforce the treaty law as it sits today. We're also calling upon the United States government. As you heard in this court case today, the federal government has a role to play. This treaty was between two sovereigns. We're tired of being discriminated against. We're tired of the anti-black discrimination, the Jim Crow, the segregation. We just want the law to be upheld the same way the Muscogee Creek Nation does, so that we can become one family once again, as we have been, and move forward into the future.
Did you talk to Chief Hill today?
I did not speak to Chief Hill today. Chief Hill is a litigant in a litigation that we have currently right now going in the Eastern District of Oklahoma, and it would be inappropriate for me to approach him without his lawyers being present. And so we're going to respect them, even though they don't respect us, even though they try to keep us away from everything. And we also want to say this today. We're so excited to be here in Atlanta because we know the Creek Nation is coming back into Georgia and Alabama. We know that they recently met with the mayor of Atlanta. We think those are good things for the Creek Nation to be recognized as a sovereign back in our traditional homelands. But we call on all elected officials to stand with us against discrimination and tell the Creek Nation, we cannot work with you. We cannot partner with you if you want to continue to practice anti-black discrimination, violate the 13th Amendment of the United States Constitution, and most importantly, Article 2 of the Treaty of 1866.